What is inheritance? Inheritance is a way to structure your classes to better organize your code and create a hierarchy which allows for traits of classes to be passed down. Say this is our class. We can create subclasses of that class. Think of it almost like a family tree. And then we have subclasses from those subclasses. The key idea being that subclasses will inherit the traits from their parent class. This is all with the goal to create new classes built upon existing ones. Here's an example. Say we wanted to represent people in code. We would start with a person class. This class defines stuff that is true for all people. And now let's say we want to represent students and employees. We create these as subclasses from the person class, because all students and all employees are also people. Then stemming from the employee class, we can make the hourly employee class, because hourly employees are also employees, which are also people. The traits from this parent class get passed down into the subclasses. So, a student and employee can do everything that a person can, but a student can't necessarily do the same things as an employee and vice versa. One thing to note is that subclasses are a form of the parent class. So, a student object is also a person object. That means we can create objects like this. Say we wanted to make a person named Billy. We could set it equal to a new student using the student constructor. This is because of the same relationship we established up here. I'd like to preface by saying that this code is Java code, and it does not have any explicit constructors written, and does not utilize getter and setter methods like a good code is supposed to. This is intentional to not confuse the viewer about the main concept at hand. We have a public class called person. We have the global fields of age and name, and now we have the class methods eat and sleep. This code essentially defines that all people have an age, a name, and must eat and sleep. Going to the student class, we see a public class named student, which extends person. Each student has an ID and a school name. Students can also go to school. Notice here now we have another sleep method. This is known as method overriding. It overrides the sleep method in the parent class, so when you call sleep on a student object, you will get this response rather than the response from the method in the parent class. This student instead says, I don't have time to sleep, I need to study. First of all, don't listen to the student's advice, but one thing to add is that typically when you override a method, you should add an override tag, which essentially tells anybody reading your code that you overrode that method. Our employee class also extends person, but now has the fields of occupation, company name, and salary. Employees can go to work and can get paid. And finally, looking at our hourly employee class, we see it extends employee. But this employee instead has ints of hours worked and hourly pay. Get paid is overridden, but this time it returns the number of hours worked times the hourly pay. And that's all you need to know to understand the basics of inheritance. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.